Welcome back to our lesson of UI and UX. In this lesson, we are going to learn all about icons and how you'll be able to customize it before applying to your website or let's say your web browser. So icons play a very, let's say, an important part in your web browser or even your works, because if you have them, and obviously when you make an icon from scratch, obviously it's going to take a bit of time. But if you download it and you have sources and then apply it directly on your artboards, then obviously it's going to save a bit of time and also a lot of labor. Okay, so in this lesson we are going to learn all about icons, making icons, and also using icons from, let's say, an outsource. Okay, so first off, I have Adobe XD on and also the project which I used for a past couple of lessons. Now, if I want to apply an icon on my artboard or my first artboard over here, okay, then I'm going to have to apply it either by using a pre-built one or either by making one. Obviously, when you make one, it's going to take a bit of a time. But if you download it from online and then apply it, and then if you want to make changes on it too, you can do that too. So first off, let's go off to our web browser and search for a couple of icons which we can use in our Adobe XD file. So I'm going to go over to my web browser, which is Chrome, and here I'm going to search for Icon Finder, which you can see over here, iconfinder.com. Then I'm going to go over to that website, and from here you can actually find a lot of icons which you can use. Let's say from here I want ice cream, hit on enter, and you will find these type of icons, and you will find that most of them are free, so you don't have to worry about it. You have this all style, solid, premium, you have these, let's say categories which you can use, and obviously you have this premium option which you can select from. Okay, you can select on them and you will see that you will have to like pay a couple of dollars for that. But if you want the free ones, just click on free and you will absolutely have all of them for free. You can just click on it. Then you can download as PNG. You can also have SVG and also other formats. Download in AI, so which is Adobe Illustrator. But you can download SVG and all of those. But you can also copy like PNG to clipboard and then apply directly to XD. So I'm gonna right click on it. I'm gonna do is paste it and see if it works. You can see that this has been directly applied to our Adobe XD file. And then you will be able to apply directly on our Adobe XD and also your UI. Now from here, let us find out something like this which you can apply. Copy to clipboard, or what you can do is also like directly drag it and paste it over here. Okay, well, it's going to take a bit of a time, but if I press on paste, you'll find it to be something like this. Okay, well, this is basically all of our icons and how those actually work. And you'll find out that they will have this black border on each of these corners. If you don't want those borders, what you have to do is go off to our web browser and you will find out a category of for commercial use. Click on it and you will find out a couple of these icons which are free to use. What I'm going to do is copy it to the same thing which we did. Right click on it. You can download it as PNG. What I'm going to do is copy it and paste it over to our XD. Let's see if it works. You can see still it is black in border. What you can do is right click on it and align a pixel grid. And as that is applied, you can see this is an image. If it still has the black background, what you're going to do is going to be downloading the file and see if it works. So I'm going to do is you can find this SVG option. So I'm going to click on SVG and you will start the download, and I'm going to go over to PNG2 and download whichever one works. So I'm going to go over to my Adobe XD and I'm going to do is first off open it up on over here. I'm going to click on file and open on your computer. Now you can see that I have my icon applied and also I don't have the background over here. Okay, so what you have to do is download it, and then what you have to do is just go off the file, which is over here. And obviously after that, what you're going to do is click on file and open it up. And still, if you can't find that, okay, what you have to do is go over to import and then select the file which you want to use, such as this one. Or you can also use this one, which is applied over here. Let me just like increase the size, and as this is a vector graphic, you can see that the details are not getting, or the pixels are not getting damaged. So this is basically how you'll be able to apply that. Okay, so I'm going to click on this file, click on import, and select the icon, and you will find out that there are no backgrounds. Okay, so as this is a vector, and that is why the pixels are not getting damaged. So I'm going to zoom in a bit more. You can see that there is, like, you know, the pixels over here. Let me just increase the size a bit more. Yet you will find out that the pixels are not getting damaged. But one thing happens is that when you open up a file, let's say a PNG or JPG file, when it reaches a certain limit, it will start breaking down the pixels, okay, and get damaged. Let us, you know, make something. Let's say I'm going to do is type on here and make it over here. I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to do is keep it over here. From here, I'm going to do is keep it like this. Okay. I'm going to group all of them together. Right click on it, group. As they're grouped, I'm going to click on this move tool. I'm going to do is increase the size. Now, as this has been applied over here, let me just click on it, go down. And let's say I'm going to type on 6, hit on enter. And as I have my border, I'm going to do zoom in a bit more. And you can also see that as this is vector, now I'm going to click on it, increase the size, yet it is not breaking down. Okay, so this is how the vectors actually, you know, work. Well, this is kind of the same when you are using PNG or JPG files. When it reaches a certain limit, it will start breaking down. I'm going to do is increase the size a bit more. You'll find out that it will break down. Okay, but as this is not the one which is going to break down, but yet you can see the pixels are getting more visible. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind, how or which type of icon you are using for your work. Let's say I'm going to use this as icon, so I'm going to do is keep it over here. Just keep it somewhere around this place. Zoom in a bit more. I'm going to take it somewhere around over here. Okay, now we have our icon applied to our specific page. Okay, now you can like delete whichever one you want. Just select on the item, delete, select on the item, delete. You can also select on this item. If you want to zoom in, just press on Ctrl+3. Now you have a specific, you know, icon or a specific object to be zoomed in and visible. So this is basically how you will be able to work with icons, but you can also make your own type of icons if you want to, but that will obviously take a bit of a time. So let me show you a bit how you'll be able to do that. I'm going to do zoom in. Let's say I'm going to do is make a circle over here. First I'm going to do is keep it like this, and I'm going to do is rotate it whichever side we want. Let's say I'm going to do is keep it somewhere around over here. And now I'm going to do is keep it like this. Now we have something like this. Now we can like increase the size. Let's say I'm going to do is keep it somewhere like this. As I have it, I'm going to click on this tool again. Now I'm going to do is click on this tool. I'll like make another line. Click on this tool, which is applied. I'm going to use this tool again. Here I'm going to do is make another line over here. Keep it somewhere around over here. Now what will happen is that we have this tool. I'm going to do is increase the size too. You can like keep it however you want. You can keep it somewhere around like this, which will increase or decrease the position of this like position. Select the points. Well, this is basically how you work on Adobe Illustrator and all of those. Okay, then you can apply more and more content, whichever one you want. And basically, this is how you'll be able to make an icon. Okay, let me just show it to you. Okay, I'm going to click on the select tool again. And as I have this, I'm going to just click on it, double click on it, which is going to be a bit different over on this icon. You can see this is path 4. I'm going to click on this option. I'm going to do is rotate it a bit. Somewhere around here. Click on this pen tool. Click on this or click on this icon, whichever one you want to make changes on. Let's say I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to do the same thing on this path 3. I'm going to do is position it in such a way. Click on path 3. Click on this corner. Keep it over here. Paste it somewhere around like this and minimize it if you want to. Then we basically have our icon over here. You'll be able to place it wherever you want. Okay, now click on this pen tool again, and then you'll be able to edit it again as that it is applied. What I'm going to do is select on this tool and then select on the points, which one you want to edit. And then you basically have it. What I'm going to do is click on this tool again. Do is make out a circle. What I'm going to do is click on this lines. Applied. Go down, fix my border. Let's say type in 7, hit on enter. I can also copy it, press on this tool, press on Alt, and I will have that over here. What I'm going to do is click on this option, and I'm going to do is rotate it. I'm going to keep it somewhere like this. Click on this tool and paste it at the center. And you can see that we have a specific icon. Well, you can basically use whichever type of icon you want to make, but that is going to take a bit of a time. And as I have it, then what you're going to do is position it in such a way you can like increase or decrease the size. Okay, but if you grouped all of them together and keep them to be in a fixed position or fixed shape, they will remain or keep the specific shape. What you can do is drag it down. I'm going to click on this line group. Do is keep it underneath, and I'm going to click on this group 2, which I'm going to do is extend. Do is keep it to be underneath the ellipse. Okay, so this is basically how you make an icon, and also you'll be able to go through these websites and select whichever icon you want to use. You have this, let's say, categories 2 to apply whichever one you want. So hope you understood everything about this lesson on icons and also free icons which you can apply in Adobe XD while making your UI and UX. So let's move on to our next lesson.